The room exploded when Karen Matthews' own daughter stormed in, clutching a ledger that proved her mom had been pocketing HOA cash for years. Years of fines we'd all paid. I'll never forget the look on Karen's face as her perfect little empire crumbled right there in the Willow Grove Community Center. Before I continue the story, write a comment below. Where are you watching from? Like if you want to constantly win in any conflicts. It all started with a neon pink slip slapped on our mailbox one muggy June morning in our sleepy Charlotte suburb. I'd just graduated high school, my cap still on the kitchen table from the party the night before, when I spotted it. Violation. Excessive vehicles in driveway. Fine, $200. 3 cars, 3. My cousins had crashed at our place after pizza and cake, and now this? I ripped it off, my heart pounding, and bolted inside our split level on 312. Oak Lane, yelling, "Dad! Mom! They're coming for us! Dad!" James Carter lurched up from his coffee, still in his faded UNC t-shirt, and snatched the paper from me. "What the—" Mom, mid-pour with the orange juice, slammed the carton down, her eyes blazing. "The HOA again? After last night? That's low. We'd been here 4 years, never a peep from those rule-obsessed busybodies, and now they were ruining my big moment?" I wanted to scream. Dad grabbed his phone, hands shaking with that quiet fury he gets. "This is our driveway, our rules." He dialed the HOA, hitting speaker so we could all hear the smug voice that picked up. "Willow Grove HOA, Karen Matthews speaking." I pictured her, some control freak in designer leggings, probably smirking as she typed up fines. "Karen, it's James Carter," Dad said, voice tight but steady. "We got a violation for 3 cars last night. Family over for Emily's graduation. One night. You've got to cut us some slack." Her laugh sliced through the speaker, cold and sharp, like nails on a chalkboard. My skin crawled. "No slack, Mr. Carter. Section 6.2. 2 vehicles max. You broke it. $200, due in 7 days. Or it's $400. Dad's face went red, his grip on the phone tightening. It was a celebration. "There's no exception for that." "Exceptions?" she sneered. "If I let everyone park whatever they want, this place would look like a scrap heap. Pay up." Click. Silence. Mom hurled a dish towel at the sink. "Who does this witch think she is?" I darted to the window, heart racing, and there she was, Karen Matthews, across the street, blonde hair in a tight bun, staring at our house like a hawk while yakking on her phone. "Dad, she's watching us." I hissed, my stomach flipping. He joined me, muttering, "Karen Matthews. New neighbor, HOA president since March. This is personal now." That afternoon, while Mom raged to Aunt Lisa over the phone, "They're insane," Dad and I tore into the HOA handbook, a 42-page nightmare we'd ignored since moving in. Page 29. 2 vehicles per driveway, no exceptions. I slammed it shut, fuming. This is ridiculous. Who cares about 1 extra car for a party? Dad's eyes darkened, his voice low. "Power freaks like her do, Emily. We'll pay it, but I'm not done." Then the doorbell rang, shattering the tension. It was Mike Thompson, our gruff neighbor with the beat-up Ford, looking like he'd seen a ghost. "Saw your fine," he growled. "Karen's on a rampage. She hit me with $100 for my kid's basketball hoop. 6 years up, no problem till now. Says it's an eyesore." My chest tightened. "Who else?" Dad pressed. Mike ticked off the list. "The Lopez's got nailed for yellow tulips instead of red. Mrs. Davis for her too loud wind chimes. She's picking us off one by one," Mike said, shaking his head. After he left, Dad hunched over his laptop, scrolling like a man possessed. "What's that?" I asked, leaning in. "HOA financials," he snapped, eyes locked on the screen. "Public records. I'm a loan officer at Piedmont Trust Bank. I know how to sniff out trouble." Trouble? My pulse quickened. This wasn't just about cars anymore. Next morning, I woke to another pink slip, grass over 3 inches. "Fine, $50. I charged inside, waving it like a battle flag. "Dad, she's targeting us." He barely flinched, taking it with a grim nod. "Mowed it Monday. This is a game." Mom exploded. "A game? This is harassment. We need a lawyer." But Dad's grin stopped her cold, sharp, almost wicked. "Hold off. Last night, I found gold. The HOA's begging Piedmont Trust for a $1.5 million clubhouse loan. Guess who's reviewing it?" My jaw dropped. "You?" He winked. "Karen's got no idea. She just picked a fight with the wrong guy." Karen Matthews had no clue her reign was about to crash, but that smug little smirk she wore while measuring our grass with a tape measure, that's what fueled my fire. I caught her at it that afternoon, her blonde bun glinting in the sun as she scribbled notes, totally unaware I was filming from my bedroom window. "Gotcha," I whispered, my heart thumping with a mix of rage and triumph. It had been 3 days since that first pink slip ruined my graduation glow, and the hits just kept coming. After the $50 grass fine, when our lawn was barely over 3 inches, another one landed. Unapproved garden decor. Fine, $75. It was for Mom's ceramic frog by the porch, a goofy gift from Grandma that had sat there forever. I stormed into the kitchen, slamming the slip down. "She's insane, Dad. That frog's been here since I was 14. Mom's eyes flashed as she yanked it off the counter. "This is war." Dad didn't look up from his laptop, fingers flying over the keys. "War's right," he muttered. Piedmont Trust got the HOA's loan app yesterday, $1.5 million for their precious clubhouse. I'm digging into their books. My pulse raced. "You're gonna bury her, right?" He shot me a look, half grin, half warning. "I'm doing my job, Emily. If there's dirt, I'll find it." By dinner, the doorbell jolted us again. It was Sarah Lopez from 2 houses down, clutching her own pink slip, her voice trembling. "Karen fined us $60 for unauthorized flowers. They're tulips. My girls planted them." Her eyes welled up, and I felt a pang. Her twins were only 8. Mom hugged her, fuming. "She's a bully." Dad took notes, his jaw tight. "How many others?" Sarah listed them. Mike Thompson's hoop, Mrs. Davis's chimes, and now Mr. Evans got hit for a too bright porch light. "She's hunting us," Sarah whispered. That night, I couldn't sleep, replaying Karen's creepy laugh in my head. Around 10 p.m., headlights swept across my window. I peeked out. Karen's sleek BMW idled by her curb, then peeled off. My stomach churned. Was she stalking us? I texted Dad, who was still up in his office. "She's outside." His reply came fast. Noted. "Stay calm." Calm? I wanted to march over and demand answers, but Dad's cool head was our edge. Next morning, I was sipping OJ when Mom shrieked from the front door. "James. Emily. Get out here." Another slip. Hose improperly stored. Fine. $40. The hose was coiled, by the garage, hidden from the street. I kicked the wall, my frustration boiling over. "She's making stuff up." Mom's hand shook as she waved it at Dad. "We're drowning in these. What's your plan?" He closed his laptop with a snap. "Their financials are a mess, $130,000 in fines collected this year, but only $4,000 logged. Where's the rest?" My eyes widened. "She's stealing it?" Dad held up a hand. "Don't jump there yet. But it's fishy. And they need my bank's approval by next Friday, 8 days. Mom smirked, catching on. "So you've got her by the throat." Dad's grin was pure steel. "Let's just say she's not the only one who can play hardball." Later, I walked our dog, Buddy, past Karen's house. Her blinds flicked. She was watching again. My skin prickled, but then I saw it. A giant RV parked in her buddy Lisa's side yard. I whipped out my phone, snapping pics. The handbook banned RVs, page 33, clear as day. "Hypocrite," I muttered, texting Dad the proof. His reply buzzed back. "Keep documenting. This is ammo." By lunchtime, whispers were spreading. My friend Jake, whose mom worked part-time at the HOA office, slid into my DMs. "Karen's freaking out. Keeps yelling about some bank review." I grinned, imagining her sweating. Good. She deserved it. But that evening, as I scrolled TikTok, a new email pinged from Karen, sent to every Willow Grove resident. Subject: Urgent Community Update. My heart sank as I read. Certain families are undermining our standards with blatant violations. Rest assured, I'm addressing it. "She's talking about us," I croaked, showing Mom. Her face hardened. "She's turning the neighborhood against us." Dad didn't flinch, just kept typing. "Let her. She's digging her own grave." Across town, Jake texted again. "They're shredding papers at the office." Mom's freaking. My breath caught. Shredding? That wasn't panic. That was guilt. Then, at 7 p.m., tires squealed outside. I bolted to the window. Karen, taping a fresh slip to our mailbox under the streetlight. I grabbed my phone, filming as she scurried back to her car. "Lawn debris. Fine. $80. Debris?" Our yard was spotless. I ran to Dad, shoving the video at him. His eyes blazed. "She's desperate. And I'm about to make her sweat harder." Karen Matthews thought she could bury us under fines, But she didn't count on her own neighbors turning the tables, packing the community center, ready to rip her rulebook apart. I still see her smug face faltering as that vote went down, but I'm getting ahead of myself. It had been a week since that first pink slip turned our lives upside down, and by Tuesday, our kitchen table was a war zone, 6 violation notices stacked like trophies. Cars, grass, frog, hose, debris, and now mailbox color non-compliant. Fine, $90. Our black mailbox was one shade off the approved charcoal, and Karen had the nerve to measure it? I wanted to hurl it through her window, but Mom just stared, voice shaking. $5.35 total, James. This is sabotage. Dad leaned back, arms crossed, his calm scarier than any yelling. Sabotage with a paper trail. Piedmont Trust audit teams tearing through their books, $126,000 unaccounted for so far. Loans due Friday. My heart leapt. They're toast. He smirked. Not yet. But they're sweating bullets. That afternoon, I walked Buddy past Karen's house, her blinds twitching again. My phone buzzed. Jake, Mom says Karen's calling emergency board meetings. They're scrambling. I grinned, but then Sarah Lopez waved me over, her face pale. Emily, look. Another slip. Fence height violation. Fine, $70. Their fence was 6 feet, HOA max, yet Karen claimed it was visually intrusive. I hugged her, fury bubbling. She's hitting everyone who talks. By dusk, the doorbell rang like a battle cry. Mike Thompson burst in, trailed by Mrs. Davis, Sarah, and Mr. Evans, each clutching fines, eyes blazing. She's lost it. Mike roared. My hoop's gone. And now she's after my truck's oil spot, $1.45. Mrs. Davis waved hers. Wind chimes again, $1.30 more. Dad took charge, laptop glowing. Listen up. Last year, HOA fines totaled $6,000. This year, $130,000. Where's it going? The room erupted. She's robbing us. Sarah cried. Mr. Evans, usually quiet, slammed his fist on the table. My light's been blue for a decade, now it's disruptive? Mom's lawyer voice cut through. HOA bylaws say fines fund community projects. Show me one new bench. Silence. Then Dad dropped the hammer. I've requested a full audit for the loan. Results hit Thursday. Hope sparked, but fear lingered. That night, I caught Karen snapping pics of our yard from her car, 11 p.m., headlights off. My hand shook as I filmed her, texting Dad. She's back. He stormed downstairs, eyes blazing. She's desperate. Good. Wednesday morning, the mail hit like a punch. Tree branch overhang. Fine, $60. I screamed, it's one twig. Mom called her firm. We need legal backup. While Dad dialed his bank, voice clipped. Escalate the audit. Now. Across town, Jake texted. Shredder's overheating. Karen's yelling at Lisa. I pictured papers burning, evidence vanishing, my stomach twisted. Then Sarah burst in, breathless. Emergency HOA meeting tomorrow night. Karen's pushing the loan vote. Dad's eyes gleamed. Perfect. We're going. That evening, Mike hosted a neighbor powwow, 20 people crammed into his living room, buzzing with rage. She fined my dog's bark, $1.25, someone shouted. Mrs. Davis passed out copies of Dad's findings, $126,000 missing, sketchy payments to consultants. Gasps rippled. That's our money. Mr. Evans, the retired principal, stood. Bylaws say 75% of us can oust the board. Let's vote her out tomorrow. Cheers erupted. I scribbled names, Lopez, Thompson, Davis, Evans, everyone signing up. Mom grinned. She's cooked. But as we left, Karen's BMW crawled by, windows down, her glare icy. My heart thudded. She knew we were coming. Thursday dawned chaotic. Jake texted, Karen's at the office, locking files. Mom's firm sent a cease and desist draft, while Dad's phone pinged, audit results incoming. By 6 p.m., the community center was a zoo, 50 neighbors, standing room only. Karen strutted in, hair perfect, voice syrupy. Thanks for coming. Let's approve this loan and move forward. Dad stood, calm as steel. I've got questions first. Her smile froze. Mr. Carter, this isn't the time. Mr. Evans cut in. Bylaws say we speak. Where's the $126,000 in fines? The room roared. Karen banged her gavel, face flushing. That's preposterous. But then Mike waved my RV pics. What about this violation at Lisa's? Rules for us, not you. She stammered. That's irrelevant. Voices overlapped, shouts, accusations, until Sarah yelled, vote her out. Karen's eyes darted, panic cracking her mask. Then my phone buzzed, an email from an unknown sender. Check the safe. 15-27-9. My breath caught. A whistleblower? I showed Dad, whispering, game changer. Karen Matthews' empire was crumbling, and the second her daughter, Haley, stepped through that door with the real ledger, I knew we'd won. Her face went white as the room turned on her. But that was the fireworks. The fuse was still burning hot the night before. Thursday's HOA meeting had already spiraled into chaos, 50 neighbors shouting down Karen's fake smiles, Dad grilling her about the missing $126,000, Mike waving my RV pics like a victory flag. Her gavel bangs couldn't drown the fury. Then that email hit my phone. Check the safe. 15-27-9. My hand shook as I showed Dad mid-shoutfest. Someone's flipping, he whispered, eyes glinting. Mike, Staller. Mike jumped up, bellowing. What about the $2,000 consulting fee to Lisa? Where's the work? Karen snapped. That's confidential. As I slipped out, heart pounding like a drum. The HOA office was a 5-minute sprint across Willow Grove. Dark, quiet, except for the hum of a shredder still warm by the desk. Jake's mom had left the back door unlocked, bless her. I crept to Karen's corner office, the safe squatting behind her desk like a guilty secret. 15-27-9. Click. It popped open. Inside? A beat-up green ledger, pages crammed with scribbles, dates, fines, payouts. My breath hitched as I flipped it. $5,000 to LM Consulting Lisa Miller. $3,200 clubhouse supplies at a spa downtown. $10,000 landscaping to a non-existent Greenleaf LLC. My phone buzzed. Dad. Hurry. She's losing it. I snapped pics, hands trembling, and bolted back, the ledger thumping in my backpack. I burst into the community center just as Karen screeched. This is a witch hunt. Her eyes locked on me, narrowing. What's she got? Dad took the stage, voice steady. Let's talk real numbers. He clicked the remote. My pics flashed on the projector, the ledger, line by damning line. $126,000 in fines, funneled to fake companies. Proofs right here. The room detonated. Yells, gasps, Mrs. Davis shouting, that's my chime money. Karen lunged for the mic, that's fabricated. He's a liar. But Mr. Evans, the ex-principal, stood tall. I've seen enough. Bylaws, Article 5, immediate vote of no confidence. Cheers drowned her protest as hands shot up, 48-2. Done. Her board slumped, Lisa whispering frantically in her ear, but Karen just glared at Dad, venom dripping. You'll regret this, Carter. We filed out, buzzing victory tasted sweet. But at 1 a.m., a crash jolted me awake, glass shattering downstairs. I flew to the stairs, Mom yelling, James. Dad was already at the front door, flashlight in hand. Our mailbox? Smashed to bits, pink slips scattered like confetti. Mailbox vandalism. Fine, $100. Taped to the door. My blood boiled. She's unhinged. Friday morning, Dad's phone rang off the hook, Piedmont Trust. He paced, voice low. Audit's worse than we thought. Multiple HOAs, same pattern. Karen's tied to 3 others. My jaw dropped. She's a pro at this? Mom, on with her firm, nodded grimly. Fraud, big time. DA sniffing around. Across town, Jake texted. Karen's packing her office. Crying. Good riddance, I thought, until Sarah called, panicked. Moving truck at Lisa's. They're bailing. By noon, reporters swarmed our street. Channel 9, Mike in my face. Did your dad bust an HOA scam? I froze. Dad pulled me back. No comment. Yet. Inside, he showed me the audit. $2.1 million misdirected across 4 HOAs, Karen's name all over it. My head spun. This is huge. He nodded. And dangerous. She's cornered. That night, Karen's BMW rolled by slow, headlights off. My gut twisted. She wasn't done. Then my phone lit up. Haley Matthews, her daughter, texting, meet me. Midnight. Park. I stared, pulse racing. Dad, look. He frowned. Trap or truth? Either way, she's got keys to this mess. Mom gripped his arm. Be careful. At 11:55, I slipped into Willow Park, hoodie up, nerves screaming. Haley emerged from the shadows, 17, blonde like her mom, but eyes red, raw. I'm sorry, she croaked. She's my mom, but she's wrong. I've got more, way more. She held up a USB drive. My heart stopped. What's on it? Everything, she whispered. But she knows I took it. Haley Matthews handed me that USB in the dead of night. Her shaky whisper, "She knows I took it," echoing as Karen's empire finally crashed. I'll never forget the look on her face when the DA's team rolled up, but let's rewind to how we sealed her fate. It was midnight at Willow Park, the air thick with tension. Haley stood under a flickering streetlight, clutching that drive like it was her last lifeline. "Bank records, emails, proof she's been skimming HOAs for years," she said, voice cracking. I tried stopping her, but she's obsessed. "Property values," she kept saying. My heart thudded. $2.1 million in fraud, and this kid was risking everything. "Why now?" I asked. Her eyes welled up. "You fought back. No one else did." I sprinted home, the USB burning a hole in my pocket. Dad was pacing the kitchen, Mom on the phone with her firm. Haley flipped. I blurted, plugging it in. The screen lit up, spreadsheets, transfers, a $50,000 consulting payout to Lisa's shell company, emails begging contractors for kickbacks. Dad's jaw dropped. "This isn't just Willow Grove, it's a syndicate." Mom hung up, fierce. DA's on speed dial. "This ends now." By 2 a.m., Dad's bank had the files, and Mom's firm faxed them to the district attorney. I crashed on the couch, dreaming of Karen's smug grin fading until tires screeched outside at dawn. I bolted upright Karen's BMW, parked crooked across our lawn, her silhouette slamming the horn. "Carter, you're finished," she shrieked, voice unhinged. Dad stormed out, phone recording. "Step off my property, Karen." She waved a pink slip, "Lawn damage." "Fine, $150. And peeled off, gravel flying. My blood boiled, but Dad grinned. "She's cracking." Saturday morning, the street hummed, news vans, neighbors gawking. Channel 9's Mike hit Dad. "Mr. Carter, is it true you exposed a multi-million-dollar HOA scam?" He squared up. "The evidence speaks. Check the DA." Inside, Jake texted, "Karen's house, moving trucks loaded." Sarah called, breathless, "Lisa's gone too." My gut twisted. They were running. Then the doorbell rang. Haley, hoodie up, eyes red. "She's selling the house, moving to Georgia. I'm staying with my dad." She hugged me, quick and fierce. "Thanks, Emily. You saved us." I hugged back, throat tight. "You saved yourself." By noon, Dad's phone buzzed. Piedmont Trust rejected the $1.5 million loan. Audit cited gross mismanagement. An hour later, 2 black SUVs rolled into Willow Grove, DA's office, badges flashing. Karen's truck was half-packed when they boxed her in. She screamed, "This is harassment," as they cuffed Lisa nearby, but the neighbors cheered, Mike, Sarah, Mrs. Davis, clapping from their porches. I filmed it, heart soaring. Justice tasted good. Monday, the fallout hit. Karen cut a deal, full restitution, $2.3 million back to 4 HOAs, no jail if she left Charlotte. Her house sold fast, she vanished to Georgia. Haley stayed, quieter now, but free. The interim board, Mike is Prez, slashed the rulebook. 2 cars max became a guideline. Fines capped at $25. Our mailbox? Rebuilt by Mr. Evans, no charge. Spring rolled in, and Willow Grove threw its first block party, tables on Oak Lane, music blaring, kids biking past cars parked everywhere. No slips, no glares, just laughter. Dad found me on our steps, grinning. "Proud of you, Em." Took guts to stand up. I shrugged, warm inside. Took all of us. Haley joined us, soda in hand. Mom called. "She's better." Facing it helped. I nodded. Sometimes losing everything rebuilds you. As dusk fell, our driveway overflowed. Mike's truck, Sarah's minivan, Mrs. Davis's hatchback. No fines. Just friends. I realized then, it started with a petty slip, but it ended with a neighborhood reborn. Hey, if this finale hit you in the feels, drop a comment. What's the wildest HOA rule you've dodged? Like and subscribe. We've got more stories coming, and I want you in on it.